You're welcome to this technical training on how to build a VTU website that says data and airtime automatically in Nigeria that enable you to make between 20,000, 30, 50, 100,000 every month on complete autopilot using data VS as a VTU application. So we are going to be doing a lot of practical on this. So don't go anywhere. And also at the conclusion of this training, I'm going to be offering you a special bonus offer. So I don't want you to miss that. Worth over 50,000 naira. So I don't want you to miss that either. So I'm going to be as detailed as possible. This training is specifically designed for people that has bought our application and you are finding it difficult to make an installation on your C panel, or better see, you are new to anything telecommunication and you want to start on a small scale and then grow the business up, or better say you want to actually buy our solution on a basic level, but you really want to know how it looks like before even you part away with your money. So I'm a full stack web developer. My name is Shedrach and I'm a full stack web developer. So I do trainings on telecommunication and also V2 technology. I also do other V2, other web application development. So whatever the case may be, make sure you stick around on this particular training. So let's go on the training properly. So to get started, this video is sponsored by Data VS, which is one of the most recommended VTU scripts on the market as of today. So if you go to datavs.com.ng, you'll be able to see the platform, which of course is very simple. The platform is all about where you can get this basic VTU application. So to get started, the first thing you should get first is to get the VTU application. Okay, so with this particular VTU application, which I'm going to be showing you how to go about the whole process, it's very easy to get started. You are going to get a very good VTU website that will get you started on a ground style. So your VTU website can support data subscriptions, airtime VTU, and also automated bank transfer. That's Monify. So I'm going to be showing you how to actually implement all of them in the go. So stick around on this training. So we're going to be diving into a lot of things on this to make sure that we cover a lot. So to get started, you need to get the data VTU scripts that will enable you to do that, because without that script, you can actually do anything. Okay, it's going to be like we are just watching the training, okay, without actually implementing it. So this training is going to be used for any person, irrespective of whether you are hosting the application with us or you want to do it yourself, as like, okay, you have a hosting account and you just want to use this training to actually deploy the solution. That is the whole essence of this training. So to get the application, the price is sitting around 30,000 naira, which is even more bigger than that. So this particular one is what we want to go in for. And I want you to also pay attention to understand the features of this particular application. So once you pay the 30,000, we're going to be sending you the application. And then you're going to use this video to actually help yourself to do the installation and also development of the application to make sure that it's like a VTU website. We're not going to be covering front end on this training. We're just going to be covering the back end. So, but let's look at the features of this particular VTU script plan. Okay, so if you look here, you see that it supports one gateway provider at a time. So I'm going to be showing that on this video. So you can also install the application on unlimited domain. Okay, it also has support auto funding, that's Modify. So instant payment settlement is there, fast installation. I'm going to be showing you that. Then real-time server response. If there is network issue from the place where you're sourcing the product, the system will not be able to push the transaction. Okay, news alert system. You can actually update your users, whatever is happening. Okay, one user end column system. Okay, it's only one color that is on the system. Airtime and data automation. Okay, so he also has a biller system, and then you can adjust prices at any time. So to get the script, you have to DM me on WhatsApp. I'm going to be leaving my line in the description of this video so that you can actually buy the script with just 30,000 naira. You need to get the script. So once you get the script, the next thing that you need to actually get once you have the script, is for you to get a hosting. Okay. So if you go to a web host company in Nigeria, there's a lot of web hosting company you can use. In this particular regard, we are not indirectly telling you to make use of our hosting accounts for your own VTU development. So, but if you go to Nigeria, what's called Google, and type web hosting in Nigeria, for instance, you will be presented with a lot of them. So I'm not in any way recommending any hosting here. But if you want to also host, you want us to recommend a hosting for you, we can recommend that based on the fact that you get that interest. But for you to get started, so they shouldn't say that, okay, these people are the people that recommend this. No, I'm not in any way recommending any hosting in this training. Okay, but you can also help yourself with that. And mind you that not every hosting that the application can support. Okay, so the whole essence of this training is for me to clear it out so that you know that the script is working. Okay. So once you get your hosting and the domain name, okay, domain name is what shows the identity on the World Wide Web. So the next thing is that the system, what's called your hosting account, your hosting, what's it called? Your hosting company is going to give you an interface that looks like this, which in this case is called a cPanel. Okay, so this training is that particular hosting you are using. We send you a cPanel, what's it called, details once you have paid for it. Okay, so this is where we're going to be doing everything we want to do on this particular training. So we have already existing hosting to use for this particular training. So pay attention on that. Once you have your hosting, the next thing you need to do is to go to your cPanel, which of course you can see it right away. So click on that file. You can see file here. Click on file manager. So once you click on this file manager, you'll be directed on this place. Okay. So you'll be directed on your own file manager. On this file manager, you can see your own domain listed here. Like this is Oracle SL. I actually using this to demonstrate something, just like to demonstrate this training. But in your own case, you can bear your own domain name, right? It is going to be your own domain name that you're going to see displaying on the screen. So this is actually a domain that I'm using to demonstrate this particular training. So you can see it now. It's actually a microfinance bank, but I just want to use it to just explain something for you. Okay, so but we're not using the main domain. You can easily use the main domain, which is the root domain. What is the main domain here? This is like the default, what's it called, the domain itself, where you are going to do the installation. So you can use the home page as like this particular place to I kind of store the application, or you can use what's it called? You can use subdomain. So to get a subdomain, click on the domain. You can create a subdomain based on their cPanel provision. If your cPanel enable you to create a subdomain, you can easily create a subdomain that enable the script to work on the subdomain. But you can also use a directory, because we're going to be using a directory on this case. So you can see this one, what I mean by subdomain. You can see I created v2.oraclemcl.com.ng on this case. So by your own case, you may just use a folder, a subfolder, which I'm going to be showing you here right away. So I've already created a subfolder, which you can see here, called user. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? You can see it called user. So I've just created that folder. So I'm going to click on that. I'm using a subfolder to do everything. So, and I have already uploaded the script on this subfolder. But here, if you want to upload the script, you just have to click on upload. Once you have getting the script from DataVS, which I told you, how do you get the script? You just have to chat our line on the description of this video. Once you have gotten the script by paying this 30,000 naira, which is the script is currently selling now, you'll be given the script, and then you can then upload. To upload the script is very simple. You just have to click on this upload. Once you have created a folder, and those of you that how do I create a folder on my cPanel, just go to your domain, as in this is your domain now, then click on folder. Then for instance here, I'll just type put a VTU, maybe I just put a VTU app, then click on create. It's as simple as that. So you can see I've already created now a folder called VTU app. But that's not what I wanted to do right now. I just want to delete it because the one I want to be using is called users. Okay, so now if I click on this user, then I've already uploaded the script and I'm telling you how to upload it. All you have to do is to what's it called? Click on upload here. Once you click on this upload, then you will now browse the file by clicking on this select. And then once you upload the file from where you actually save it, you have to see that the upload will be completed just like what you are seeing right here. You can see it's going to come with datavs.zip. Okay, so this datavs.zip is the file that you needed. So once you upload the file, the next thing you need to do is to now extract the file. Remember, I'm actually on the user as a folder. So I'm just going to click on this. The file is almost very lightweight, which is 34.42 megabytes. Okay. So I'm just going to click on this file. So once I click on it, I'm going to right click on it and then choose extract. Okay. So this time is telling me that do I want to extract the folder here? The answer is what? Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to click on extract files. So you can see that I've already extracted it, right? So then the next thing I have to do right now is to click on this data VS, which is now a folder. You can see it now is now a folder form. So I have to click on that particular folder. I'm just going to click on it. Then I'm going to see all the whole files that is needed for me to do this, to develop this VTU application. So I'm just going to click on select all here. You can see it right away here. Okay, it's gonna, you are seeing it right away now. So I'm just gonna click on select all, then go up at the other extreme. Please make use of a laptop while doing this practice. Okay, so click on this place where you see move, because I want to move all this file that is here. You can see all these files. I want to move it to that particular folder, which is called users. So just gonna click on move. Then I'm going to just backspace this particular data VS here because I don't need that. What I want the full file to go is on this directory, which is oraclesl.com.ng/users. So I'm just going to move it that place. Just click on move files. So once you click on move files, it's going to see that everything has been moved, right? So I'm just going to click user again, go back to the user. Okay, so once you are here, you can see everything is now on this directory, which is oraclesl.com.ng/user. So right, so this where you're going to see everything. Now the next thing we need to do right now is to actually what access the directory, which is what we have just watched, this particular directory online. So to get this directory, which is user, because that's what we'll be working with, you just have to click on folder, for instance, then copy this, then go to your browser and load it out. So see what is happening. Okay, so I'm just going to load it. I'm loading it right away. So once you load the browser, it's going to give you this error page, right? So you may see something like this. Don't get what's called worried about the whole process. So this particular page is telling me 403. Then you go back to the user system. So you can see it right away. Now, the main where the application is reside is under app. Okay, so you can see app here. Can you see app? That is where the application resides. So I want you to add this as the after the user slash. So I'm just going to add it right away, and then we are going to load it again. Okay. So you can see right away that I've added it and I load it. I just added the user system and load it, and it is coming up. Okay. Now remember, this thing coming up does not mean that the whole thing is now working. Okay. I just want to be sure what I'm doing before I can then proceed to the next stage. So once you see something like this, that means we are in order in terms of what we are trying to achieve. So the first thing you have to do now, once you have this page, is to go back to your home page as like your cPanel home page, which you can see here. So once you're on this cPanel, click on database. You can see database here. Then choose what's it called? You can see a database wizard. Okay. But before you go to this place, there's a place I want to show you on that same file. So remember, we are working on the user as a file. So the next thing you have to do is to go to this user, then click on this core. Can you see core here? Can see core here. I want you to click on it. Just click on this core. So once you click on this core, click on models. Can you see models? But remember, before I continue on this, please, we have to be taking everything step by step, okay, just for you to be able to follow everything. If you install, once you unzip the file, which I just showed you right away, once you have bought the script, you will see the installation guide that is included on the application. Can you see it now? So we have to actually use that because that thing is a place where we actually explain how to install the application. So I just want to click on edit, just to be following the directions. And then I'm going to click edit. So you can see how to do the installation and configure the application. So you can see that the first step, which we have already done, is to extract the .zip file in the main directory of the hosting account, create a database. So we are just trying to do this particular step. Okay, so, and then for we to do this step, we need to also create an email account for the script. Then we also, with the PHP admin, we need to also upload the SQL file. Then under the main directory, we need to also go to core/model/PHP to edit the files. So these are the processes we need to follow, and we want to do them at a go right now. So now let's go to the back. First of all, we have to go to core, then click on model, then click on model.php, then edit it, then edit it. So this is the model, and we need to actually change all these parameters. We need to change all the database that is here to the one that we have, that we use on this application development. So we also have to change the email and also the password. So this is what we want to achieve right now. So that's why I wanted us to create the database. I want to be following everything step by step. So I'm going to go to database. I usually like to use database so that I will know what I'm doing. Most people use database wizard, but I just like to use this. Okay, so just click on that. So I'm going to click on this. So once you are here, the next thing I have to do is to create a new database that will enable me to connect the application. So I'm just going to click on user DB. I usually use it to just to something very good. So I'm just going to copy this, then click on create database. Can you see now? Just click on create database. So you see that the system has created the database. You can see the database here. So go back to the database directory, then scroll down, then copy, paste that name under user, because we need to also create a user to connect with the database. So you can see it, I just added that, and I want everything to be the same so that I will not be having issue recognizing each one. Okay, so I just pasted the name I use in the database under the user name. Then here, use this password generator because it helps you to actually generate a strong password for security purposes. So I'm just going to click on this, then copy this password here, then go back to that model and then paste the password here. Okay, see how I'm pasting it? That's just it. Make sure you once you paste it, you just have to save. Make sure that you click on save here at the top here. You can see save here. Make sure you click on save there so that the system will save it. Then you go back, then click I have copied the password in the space. You can see it right away. I have copied the password in the space. And then you have to watch agreed, and then use. Click on use password. Can you see it now? Click on this use password. So it's as simple as that. So the system will now tell you that this password is actually what strong. It's 100/100, which is very, very good. So the next thing is to click on create database. Can you see it now? Click on this create database. So click on this create database. So I've created this database. The next thing we need to do is to copy this database. You can see it right away and replace it with the old one. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. You can see the way place I copied. Your own may be different, but you must copy. Don't copy the asterisk, okay? Just go back to the model, then copy, space this particular one that is here, paste it with the one that you have, paste it again, then click on save. Save changes. Whatever you do, make sure that you save changes. So the next thing we need to tidy up now is this email. So quickly, let's go to the email and then do the needful. So I just gonna, but before then, once you have copied this and put the what's called the database and the username and password. The next thing you need to do is to go back to that the same database because you have to add privileges to the database. So you scroll down to that database, then add user to the database. So you're just going to click on this user DB, and then click on this add. Okay, because if you don't do this, this time will not communicate with the two database. We, as in the database will not communicate with the user, I mean to say. So I'm just going to click on add. So you need to add or enable all the privileges and then click on make changes. That's just the other step you need to take, which is very important. So once you have seen this successful message, which of course you can see it right away, it means that everything is in order. So we are done with this section. So the next thing we need to do is to create an email and then add it up on this model. So I just go back to my C panel. So once you're on the C panel, you click on this email account. Okay, can you see this email account? So click on this email account. So once you're on this email account, you need to create an email account. Just click on this create and then choose the domain name, which is on this place is Oracle. The essence of this is for authentication purposes. So I'm just going to put support at this, then generate the password. Remember what we did the other one. So we have to just copy this password, then go back to the model and then replace the password here, just the way we did the other one. And then go back to the interface and then choose create on the downside. Okay, it's already existed. The support has a reset. So I'm gonna just use tech, okay, at Soracam something, okay. So you can see it I've created is successful. I'm just going to copy that email and then go back to the model and then paste it. It's as simple as that. So I'm done with this. I'm just going to click on save changes. Anything I've finished, we are done with the model. So I'm going to close it. Then remember the stem says here, the installation guide says here, create a database, which we have done. We have done this. And then create an email account. We have done it. So we are going to do the number 3, which is importing the SQL file into that particular. We also have done this. We have already done this. So you can see that we already done this. So but we have not done this particular one. So we're going to import the SQL file into PHP which is the next options. So just go back to the to the user. Once you're on the user end here, which of course where we uploaded the whole system, so you will see that once you extract the file, there's another file called datavs.sql. So this file, you have to download it. So click on it, right click and choose download. Okay, just download it. You can see that I've downloaded it right away here. So the next thing I have to do is to go back to the C panel and then scroll down and choose PHP my admin. You can see PHP under my database. Choose this PHP my admin. So choose this PHP my admin. And then choose this user DB. You can see user DB here. You can see it. click on it. So once you click on it, see that the everything is empty here, right? So I'm just going to click on import. Under this place, you see where they say export and import. So just click on this import, click on import, and then you are going to see where they say browse. So I want you to browse the file that you uploaded. So just browse the file that you uploaded as you downloaded, that SQL file that you have downloaded. So you just browse it, and then once you browse it, you will now add it, have it this way, which you can see here. You just have to scroll down, then choose import. Can you see import here? Can see import here. Choose this import. So and then wait for the file to be imported, because that's the step that is on the installation guide, and we're all following it step by step. So you can see that everything is successfully imported. You can see that import successfully, and you can see the query that was executed. So it means that everything is successful. So once you get this notification, it means that everything is okay. So the next thing is to click on the database again, which of course you can see here. Just click on the database again. You will see all the necessary files that the system will use to communicate with the database. Of course, this is it. Okay. Now, if you go back to the load, or as in the login section again, and reload it again, you will still see that everything is now okay, right? So the next thing, the first ever thing now, if you go to the installation, you see that other things is also here. Under the main directory, go to the one call. So, but before we do this number, the first ever thing you need to do once you have come to this stage is to actually know that you can actually access the admin, right? So to get the admin credential, you need to go to your PHP admin, then click on system users. Can you see system user here? You can see it right away here. So click on these system users. So you will see two system users here. You can see super admin and super, you can see it right away. You also have admin staff. Okay. So whichever one that you think is okay for you. So let's try that of a super admin. So you just edit it, then copy this, which is, you can see the password and the username is admin. Okay. So, but then before you can actually log into the admin, you also need to go to the admin URL, which of course you can see here that this is the admin URL. You can see it right away, portal administrator. So if you load this directory here, this is the directory of the admin. Let me show you the directory. This is the directory we are using to access the admin. You can see the directory here. That is your site, wherever you store the application. If it is the home page, home root domain, you'll be seeing it as /portal administrator. But since we are installing it on the user as a folder, it's gonna be your website names /user/portal administrator. So that is where we have to go to load the application. So, and I'm gonna just load it quickly and then show you how it will look like once you have accessed the interface. So just give me like so you're gonna see it always like once you're accessing everything, always use a secure location, which is this HTTPS. Okay, so you can see it now. This is the default, the administrator interface. So once you are here, all you have to do is to take the password that you are seeing here, which is admin, and then log in. Okay. So let's just say we'll click on it, and then you see, voila, login successful, right? So we are in on the admin. Okay. Let us just wait for it to load up. Let us wait for it to load up. Okay, so if you receive this kind of error, which you are seeing right now, it therefore means that there is an issue, and that issue can only be one thing, which is like this particular application is supposed to work either on the root domain or what's it called? What's it called? A domain. What's it called? Subdomain. So once you see this kind of issue, I purposely wanted us to experiment on this by putting it on a folder. So once you see something like this, it means for you to fix something like this, you need to put everything on the root domain. So we're going to do that right away. So let me show you something. First of all, for me to do this, because I'm using this for demonstration purposes. So the first thing I have to do is to back up this, what's it called, the already installation that is on this, so that we now have a space for we to demonstrate this. We are going to do everything on the root domain. So I'm going to click on this folder. I'm just going to back everything up. At least you're going to learn it as a skill, right? And additional to what we are doing. So I'm just going to put this here. So because this is actually a banking site, you can see it right away. By the way, if you want something like this, we're also doing it, like have a complete banking system that actually for what's called either banking site, but that's not what we are doing right away. So we have to put this file in a different directory. So I'm just going to put it in a different directory before we now proceed to what we want to do. We are going to see something that is going to happen right now. So I'm going to just select everything here, then removing this user here, because that is not what we want to move. Then we want to move every file that is there into this, then remaining only that user. Okay, so having done this, the next thing I want to do, because this is going to be the root domain right now, everything is going to be on the root domain. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to double click on this and then select every file and move it to the root domain. Okay, move it to the root domain, move everything to the root domain. So as a developer or an intending person that want to be a developer, these are the challenges you get. Once you get this challenge, don't be confused. You need to fix it up. So if I now load this domain now, you are going to see something like this, which is what we want to achieve, right? So, and then if you now go to the app here, which is the login now, you are going to see something like this. Then if you now want to log in into the admin, it's not going to be the one that we used before now, right? So it's going to be a different directory right now. So let me show you. It's going to be like, if you right click now, choose rename, you are going to see now portal, that is your domain / portal administrator. Okay. And the system is going to accept it. So we're going to do it right away. So I'm just going to show you that's it's going to be portal / administrator. Okay. That's your website / administrator. So you can see it right away. You can see it that is coming up, right? So once this is coming up, the next thing you have to do is to still use the same details, and I want to load the HTTPS so that it will be secure, so that the system will not be telling me that it's not secure. So I just have to add the HTTPS at the starting. Okay, so and then put the necessary login details, and then voila, you can see that the login details is now coming up. Okay, so you can see it right away. For those of you that has bought the application and you are facing this technical challenge, what you need to do is to put the application on the root directory of your domain. Even if you have other installation, you can easily isolate it. That's why we have self-services here on the installation guide. If you go down here, you see there is a self-services of 25,000 naira. For those of you that want us to handle the installation and do everything for the person, we are going to be collecting only but 25,000. But I'm still coming to that right now. So, but you can see that the application is coming up. You can see that the domain here, you can see it is oracomsl.com.ng /portal administrator / you can see it is coming up, right? Now, once this is coming up, then the next thing you have to do is to actually what? what's it called, register a user just to test run everything. You can see everything is 00 here. You can see that the subscriber is 0, agent is 0, everything is 0. Okay, so I just want to make a registration. So the next thing is to load the domain, which I want to, this particular domain, I just want to load it. Okay, so let me just load the domain. So because we need to also load the domain, and then I will show you how to access the, what's it called, the user end. So to access the user end is app. Okay, so remember we said on this video we are not covering the front end, we are just covering the back end in this video. So but if you need both back end and front end development, that one is a different what's it called, discussion. We have not done it, we may not be able to merge everything together in this video. So just click on this app. Then you can see the directory is coming out. You can see it now. You can see the app is here. So I will just simply make a registration. So I'm going to just register a user just to show you something. Okay, so I'm just going to, but then another thing is this, for you, you can easily change this logo. Are you with me now, to bear a different name? So if you look here, you see the installation is very simple. You can see it right away. How to change, where is it now, replace the logo in the image. You can see it now, site logo. So want to follow that step. To do that, you can see it under assets. So you just go to back to the file manager, then click on assets. Can you see assets here? Just click on this assets. Once you click on assets, what do? You click on image. Then you can see this. Pay very, very good attention here. You see several images here. So what you want to do is to upload your own image, which is your own logo you have designed. So I'm just going to click on select just to show you something. Then upload this. This is the image I want to use. This particular image. I'm just going to click on open. So you can see VP T has been uploaded. I'm just using it for a demonstration. Then close this tab. Then reload this place. Reload it. So you can see VT. So right click this Elon logo. Right click and choose rename. Then make sure you copy copy this particular file name. Then choose delete. You can see delete here. Just choose this delete. And then right click this VTBS, which is now your logo you have designed. You need to just right click on it and then choose rename and then paste the name, which is here. Then rename the file. So when you now come to this place, you can easily reload the page. Then click on create account. You see once you clear the cookies, which is your browser cookie, you will see the new logo showing up. Okay, I don't want to clear it because I want to complete this video. So once we are done with the video, I may clear it just to show you that everything is going to change. So you also need to change the logo dark. You can see this logo dark. You still need to change it. So I just have to do the same thing I did in the other one. These are the two parameters. And not only that one, I'm still going to show you the one that you also have to change. And everything you have to do is to do the upload separately. Don't use this training as a guide. So right click on this and then delete this. And then come here and replace it. Then rename it. Then go back to your and reload. Okay. So even if you didn't come out, once you clear the browser cookie, everything will show out. Then the five icon, which is this particular small icon, you can also take care of that by just that the same logo you create. You can easily change the five icon. You can see the five icon here to be a different five icon. So I'm going to show you that once we are done with the whole what's it called, the system, what's called development of the whole project. I'm going to show you that that everything we are doing is reflecting. It's just that I have to clear the browser cookies, but I don't want to do that because I'm still want to be using the cPanel to do everything. So I shouldn't be logging out and logging in again. So just do the same thing that we did in all other ones we have done now. So I'll be a little bit faster so that we can go to the next stage. Okay, because we are going also to the place where it's a little bit critical in terms of this development. So I've already taken care of that. So we are done with the logo modification, and the next thing is replace the logo. We've done that. Then there's another thing we need to also do, which is under the main directory, go to include site name and edit the site name. But before we do this, let us create an user account quickly. So I'm just going to sign up with a user account. So I'm just going to sign up just on the application, just for us to see that everything is working. And then we now proceed with that. So I'm just putting everything here. Select your state of residence. Select your state of residence or where you are currently based. Put your password. If you have a referral, the system has a referral program. You can easily put it here, and then the person will get rewarded when the person do transaction. Just click on register. You can see it now successful. You can see that the registration is successful. And once you register, you will see that the system has automatically direct me to the dashboard. You can see it right away. Everything is here. You can see the dashboard, very classic. Then what we want to achieve right now is this, data VS. Okay, we want to change it. That is what we want to achieve based on this particular installation guide. You can see it. Can see its site name. So the site name we are referring here is this particular name here. This particular name, we want to make sure that it's changed. So go back to your file manager. Then remember what this thing say. Go to call. Then click on include. Then click on sitemap. Then edit. And then edit. So on this place, you see the site name, which is here, data VS. Here we are going to put is it Oracom? Sorry about it. Oracom comes Oracom's VTU, something like this. Very simple. Then click on save. So you have to put that name to bear your own name of your website. So reload it. Once you reload the user end, you see that the name has changed. So whatever you put here, you can see it right away here. So that takes care of that. The next thing is to go to the admin end. If you reload the admin end, you will see that we have one subscriber right now. You can see it now. Now, the next thing is to do basic settings on the admin, which of course I want to do right away because this training is all in one. Okay, it's not that maybe after you'll be asking questions, how do I do like this? How do I do like this? So let me just put the next thing that you see here, go to site setting, go to site settings. Okay, now look at the other instruction. Log into the admin and username and password is admin. So you can also take care of this by modifying the admin credentials. So click on this system users so that you shouldn't use something that is generic to be accessing your website. So system users. So you can see it right away. So you can easily add another user admin here and then block existing admin. This one that is here, block them, add a new one and block it. That is it. I don't want to do that now, but I just show you a trick you need to do to secure your VTU website once you have the website. So take note of that. So the next thing we need to do is to go to site settings and edit the proper settings. So look at it right away. Go to site setting and edit the proper setting. That's number 11 we are actually on. So let me go to site setting. You can see site settings here at the at your left hand side. You can see it right away here. So just click on this site settings. So you can see it now. The next thing we need to do is to give the name of the site, which is here is Oracom. Oracom's VTU. So you put the URL of the site, which is here orocams.com.ng. Okay, orocam. Okay, now agent upgrade. How much do you want to charge your agent? You can easily say it's 2,000. It's not a must. You should use what is here. This one should be like maybe say 5,000. Then wallet transfer, if you want people to pay money when they are transferring to other users. Then referral upgrade, when someone invites users, how much will they get rewarded? You will define all this. All these are very self-explanatory. So then referral commissions for purchases, either airtime, how much do you want to reward someone that invites someone to purchase airtime based on the margins, which I'm going to show you right away. So just put anything, but then don't put, you need to put something that will be in proportion to what you have set up as the same margin. So after everything, just choose update here. Just choose update details. Then the next thing is contact. Okay, contact information. Just click on contact details. Then put your information here. Put your phone number, put your phone number, your email, your Instagram, everything. Put everything so that users can easily communicate to you when they need any support. Let me show you where they're going to see it on the website. So when you click on contact here on the user end, you will see everything that is what we have put here is what we put on the admin is what is showing here. So these are the things you need to also update as admin. So whatever you put here will reflect. If you put a WhatsApp group link, it's going to reflect. So the next thing that is very important is let's follow the installation gradually. To enable Modify to work site, visit PHP My Admin. Can you see it now? Visit PHP My, click on API configure, choose edit, scroll down to modify. So I'm going to show you this because the system supports auto banking, whereby when someone pays into an assigned account, it will be credited automatically. The reason why you see it now is not giving everybody account here because we didn't configure it to work. So Money Points and other banks is supported here. So let me show you something on the PHP admin. So once you're on the PHP admin, click on API configure according to our guide. So once you click on it, click edit here. Can you see edit on this API configure? Under API configure, click on edit. Okay, so once you click on edit, you scroll down, you can see where we said you should replace your domain here. So on this place, if your domain, anything that is a domain, this is where you have to replace it. Like here is Orocam, just like showing you what is like based on what we are working on. That is the domain. So you need to pull this. And remember, you should also go to your Modify webhook and put the same webhook so that the system can easily pick it. You need to also replace this on your Modify webhook. Once you are on your Modify, make sure you put this particular webhook there. Okay, make sure even this / is there. Okay, don't make mistakes. So once you are done with that, you just scroll down and click on go here to update the changes. So that is how to integrate Modify. Very simple and fast and easy. So now, by now the scripts will be working. Okay, now, but there's another thing we skip here, which is API. Okay, for a product to start delivering, as like for you to start, for a product to start delivering, you need to do number 10, which is here now, to include the API credentials. So let me show you something. If you go to the admin end, click on gateway settings. Can you see gateway settings? So here is place where you have to put your API credentials. Okay, so now that's want to show you something which is going to be helping you out, because I told you I'm going to give you an offer on this particular training. So the API that is going to use, which is very cheap and very affordable, is called datahq.com.ng. So this is a very good API system which I recommend you use. So when it comes to datahq.com.ng, you need to open account. We're going to do everything practical so that you know how to do integration of API. Okay, so follow me along the line. So once you are here on that datahq, just click on login or register. That's if you don't have an account. Just click on create account. Okay, just fill up these parameters, this particular registration, which is very simple. Then I already have an account. I just want to log in just to show you something. So to log in is very simple. Put your phone number and that of your password. So I'm just going to log in. So once you log in, as a developer or someone that has a VTU website, the first thing for you to start making sure that the VTU website is working is to actually make sure that your API is connected to your website. So here is the account as like want to use for this integration. So you can see the balance I have here is 510 naira, right? So, and for you to access the API developer for Data HQ, I'm going to show you that just to show you a real life demonstration on how to do integration as per what we want to achieve now. So I'm going to show you everything step by step so that you shouldn't say, Shedrach, you skip some. I didn't skip anything. So right now is the what's it called? The Data HQ homepage. Now, the first thing you should do first is to upgrade the account to a vendor, here. And to upgrade the account to a vendor is actually what 50,000 naira. Can you see it now? Why are you going to upgrade the account to a vendor? There's two purposes for that. One is that if you click on prices, you see that the prices of a subscriber, which is just a normal user, is very, 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 very high. Okay. Okay, but here on a vendor is very, very cheap, right? So it's 50,000 naira to upgrade to a vendor. And not only that, the second thing that gives you advantage of upgrading to a vendor is that it gives you an automatic API key for you to actually communicate with what's it called? With Data HQ. Let me show you something. So if you go to menu here, click on profile. Once you click on profile, you will see that here, if you scroll down, you can see your API key here. Okay. So this is your API key, which of course you need to use to communicate. Why I'm seeing this API key, because this account is a vendor account. Okay. That is why you are seeing the API key, because if not, you wouldn't have seen this key. If you're a subscriber, even an agent, you will not be able to see the API key. So that is the two reasons why you should upgrade to a vendor. Okay, so remember our main target here is to integrate an API to make sure that everything is working. You can also see the status here that is a vendor. So for those of you that are watching this training and you are grabbing this offer, this application, which is this data VS, you actually want to buy it for the first 10 people. I repeat, for the first 10 people that will grab this, because I told I'm going to give you an offer. For the 10 people alone that is going to grab this offer, I'm going to be giving you a free vendorship account on Data HQ. All you need to do is to pay within the next couple of days, okay? Specifically from now to 30 days from now. once this video clock 1 month, this offer is being eliminated. So once you make payments of 30,000 naira, so send me, register an account on Data HQ, send me your username, you'll be upgraded for free of charge for a vendor. That is the offer I'm giving you on this video. Okay, that is, you are getting a bonus worth 50,000 naira for just being watching or getting this training for this end. So take action. The offer is limited, as I said, just 1 month. So having taken care of that, once you have seen your API key, the next thing is to check the developer page of Data HQ. So the first thing you should get, this is developer page of Data HQ. So we need to actually do the integration. So to do integration, you just have to copy this what's it called? User checking of balance, because it's very necessary, because without it, the system cannot read the balance. Then go back to your admin end, and then under this what's it called, data check balance, replace it with this. Then data, remember this is data API, so you just have to copy, go to the developer page, and then go to data, scroll down to data. You can see the data, you can see the endpoint, and then copy it, and then go back and then paste it. Okay, so the same thing. Now you also need to also put your API key, which of course I've showed you how to get it. Alternatively, if you of course, once you get the application, you get access to being a vendor. So you get your API key from here. How do you get your API key? Go to menu, then go to profile. Then scroll down and then copy this particular key. Remember, let me show you something. If you go to the home page, you see that everything is 0. Let me show you something so that you know that you are doing the right thing. If you see here, you see that the account here, you can see that the data account is 0. The airtime account is also what? 0. I believe you are getting it. So I'm just going to copy this. So just click on copy, then go back to my back end where I'm doing the integration. Copy, paste it, then go scroll down to Airtime VTU API key, paste it, then go back to the developer page, then scroll up to the Airtime. So here you can see the Airtime, the endpoint for Airtime. You need to replace it. Then here is the check balance. So I'm just going to copy the one I did for that of data, and then paste it. Paste it here. Can you see it now? So that's it. Then you scroll down and click on update details. Once you update the details, then you go back to your dashboard on the admin. You will notice something, that the system is now communicating to Data HQ as your API service provider. Here is now communicating every details, every balance that is here. You can see 510 naira. And then if you go back to your own dashboard, you can see that it's 510 naira, right? So that is not where the whole thing settles. The next thing is to go to services, configure services. Can you see configure services? You need to also get the data ID well. So configure services, click on configure services. Then you can see data and airtime. You can see what's it called? Data plans. So just click on that data plans. So you can see all the data plans here. Then go back to Data HQ. Then click on this menu. Then choose pricing. So here you see here now is, you can see the MTN data plan, MTN 500 megabytes. What is the rate you are getting as agent? As agent here. Can you see it now? 132 naira. So you come here on your admin end, you see 500 megabytes. You just have to edit it. Then what is the data ID, plan ID? which is very, very important. You can see the plan ID is here. Then let's go back to the prices. You can see the ID here. The ID is also 1. So make sure that everything is the same. If not, this time we not communicate. So how much are you buying it? Is 132 naira. Okay, according to the vendor this. So we have to put the buying price as 132 naira. That's how much you are buying this. Then how much will you sell it to your user? Users are people that just registered, or even agents that upgrade, or a vendor. So these are things you have to define as a owner of the project. So let me quickly put something like this. So what it means is that when a user come to buy 500 megabytes, he or she will be debited with 150 naira. While on Data HQ, you'll be billed at 132 naira. So that is exactly what this statement means. So I just have to update it. Then I'm going to do just one more, just to 1 gig, because we're going to do practical. We're going to do demonstration, so that you shouldn't say that, Shedrach, I buy your application and it's not working. Nothing like that exists in our solution. Once you get any of our solution, like data, even if you are going for the UVS, which is the one that has advanced function, it is still the same thing. So quickly, let me edit this and then go back to Data HQ. Let me go back to Data HQ. What's the prices? So you can see the prices here. The prices here is 257 naira. Okay, so I'm just going to edit it to 257 naira as a buying rate. Then here, I may put something like 270 or 275. Then put 270 here. Then 265. What it means is that once a sale happens, this is what the users will be debited, why the agent will be debited like this, why the vendor will be debited this. So that's exactly the statement. So update it. So this is what you do until you finish all the data prices. You can see you have 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you are done, you can see all the data prices. You have to work on all of them. That's why we are saying that we are charging 25,000 naira to do all of them for you. And yet you think that is a small job, right? So use your hand and do it. Now, the next thing we need to do is to test run what we have done so far. So to do the test running, next thing is to go to subscriber. Of course, we need to also load the subscriber that we want to use to. So click on credit users just to add fund to that account. Remember, I created an account, so I'm just going to add 1,000 naira here and click on funding, then update the person's wallet, so that if you go to admin dashboard, you will see something. You see that the user has a balance of 1,000, while you have a balance of 510 naira on your gateway. So what this statement means is that once you exhaust this, even if you have 100 million for your user has 100 million, or your agent or vendor, the system will not deliver product again. Note that. So whatever you have with your gateway here is what the system used to work. And how does VTU system work? It works in a very simple fashion. Like right now, we have done everything. And once users are buying from your website, the system is going to Data HQ to place order on behalf of that client, which I'm going to do right now, automatically, even without you going to Data HQ. That's exactly what we call an API system, an automated system. So you can see that this account now has a wallet of 1,000 naira right now. So quickly, what we want to do is to buy products, right? So I'm just going to click on airtime. Just click on airtime. So once you click on the airtime, I just want to click on this, which is MTN. So the MTN is not here. I just want to buy MTN, but it's not showing here. To enable it is very simple. Go to site settings. If there's no network available on a particular, you click on network settings under site settings. Okay, so just click on this. I'm just like trying to round up the whole training. So you can see airtime is disabled on MTN. So I'm just going to enable it. Okay, sometimes you can enable or disable services. So go back and reload the buying of airtime on the user end. Then select MTN, then put the amount. So here is 1,000. Then I'm going to put the phone number. Once you are putting the right phone number, the time we identify that is MTN, you can see it right away. It shows that it's MTN. Okay, so I will scroll down, then click on buy airtime, then click on yes. Then the default PIN, once you register an account, is 1234. The default PIN for every user, which you can also change it. User can change it. Okay, because when we are doing registration, you see that this time did not request for PIN. But then if you want to do transaction, it will request for PIN. So the default PIN for every user is 1234. Then click on continue. The minimum this number is not MTN number 3636. Okay. Okay, I made a mistake. You can see the number. There is a mistake in the number, please. So let me just try it again. Because most of you is very funny. Once something, you say, Shedrach, it's not working. Why would we say something that is not working, please? Make sure that you follow this training step by step. Don't skip any step. Download the video, watch it over and over again. So I'm just repeating the process. Then click on continue. You see that everything I'm doing is practical. So you can see now the airtime was delivered successful, right? Can see it now, everything is delivered successful. You can see the balance we have here. You can see the time it was delivered, right? I believe you are getting it. So now if you also go back to the admin end, you will see something that the balance has now reduced. You can see the balance here, right? On the data HQ. If you think that what I'm saying is not true, let's load that account that we have with Data HQ, which is a vendor account. You see something. So what it means is that the system is communicating with your API, which is now Data HQ in this case. So you can see that, what's it called? You can see that this is the balance we are having here. So if you also go to transaction history here, you see it now. So your users will be buying product from your website. The system is automatically buying it here. You can see that particular purchase that we just did right now. You can see it here. So this is how you also, then when you now have low balance with your account on Data HQ, all you need to do is to click on Fund Wallet, Fund. When you click on Fund here, you will simply send money into this account, which is either Fidelity Bank or Wima Bank. I recommend Fidelity, Wima Bank. So once you send it, your wallet will be what? Automatically credited, and then your balance on data, as like your own balance on your website will be updated automatically in real time. So that Data HQ works without even admin on this regard. So having established that, the next thing we need to do is to buy data. To buy data is very simple. Just click on data. Then select the network. Remember, I just did only MTN. So I'm going to select 500 megabytes. Then select my phone, the phone number that I want to top the data up. This regard is this number. Then click on buy data. Then put yes. Then put 1234. Then click on continue. So the system will automatically deliver the data. So it's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. You see that 500 megabytes has been sent to that particular number automatically by the system. So it is as simple as anything. Now, if the user, you can see that the user here, if the user now goes back to the his or her own dashboard, you can see that the balance that is here. And if you also that is the admin, if you also go to your own dashboard, you will see the balance is also reducing from your gateway and also reducing from your admin. And if you also come down here, you see the transaction history. You can also trace every transaction as admin. So it's as simple as anything. Okay? Can easily trace transaction here. You can also trace transaction from your your data HQ account. So if you click on transaction here, then you see the transaction. You can see this particular transaction, which of course we just initiated right now. You can see it. Everything is happening simultaneously. So why on earth will you be able to be telling us that the system is not working? Why you can say everything is working? Now this is how you to build a mega VT website on airtime and data subscription on automation. And then all you need to do is to what? Design your landing page and begin the promotion process. So take advantage of this offer right now. Get your own VTU script, develop it. Remember, this training, you can use it and design and develop this VTU system even without contacting us. We don't need to know, have access to your cPanel. Everything is detailed in this video, step by step. And with this, you can easily be making 100,000, 50,000, even more than that in a month if you set your sale margin well. Okay, imagine how the system is. Look at it this way. Let me explain something for you. You can see that this user is being billed at let me show you history transactions on the user end. Let me show you something. You will see that the user is billed at what's it called, 150. Right? The user is billed at 150 here. But right now on the data HQ, you are billed at 132 naira. So how much profit do you make? I believe you are getting it. You make roughly almost like 12 naira from this transaction. So imagine having such transaction in a daily basis, up to like 100 of it, which is very simple. So you can concentrate only on data, try to sell all the data services, like these particular data services, you'll be in serious business because everybody need data. Just like for you to go through this training, you subscribe for data. So once you have done all this data, one thing I like in Data HQ that there's a lot of data plans listed here. So just build their VT website, build the front end and back end, and begin to develop the business. Now, if you now say you want a done for you system, you can pay 25,000. So the total amount you're supposed to pay is what? Is 55,000 naira. You paid 25,000 for done for you system, which we are going to do. Look at what we are going to do for you so that you should get it right. What we are going to do for you is very too many. Let me see, done for you services. If you need our technical assistance to setting up everything from your service server, we charge 25,000. This includes installation of the script. Look at it this way: installation of the script, designing of the database, connecting the API, which you just see, enable both Paystack and Monify, wallet funding, developing custom front-end landing page, connect the user end front end, editing the data. So everything in total, we are collecting 25,000 and also giving you the script. So if you need that self-services, we'll do it for you. But this video is going to serve as a guide for anything you want to do as regard to designing a VTU website. Now, most of us may say, okay, let me see an example of a front end. How does this front end looks like? Because people don't know what a front end will. Imagine having a classic look of a VTU landing page. Look at one of them here. But this is on the advanced package. But what we're looking at is that to take a front end landing page like this and connect it with that of your what's called back end, then voila, business will now set properly. That is exactly what we're offering you on this done for you services. So if you need these services and you think that these guys can deliver these services for you, then pay 55,000 naira. Remember, we are giving you 50,000 naira free on Data HQ, which is upgrading it for a vendor for free of charge for those of you that are taking action within the next 1 month. All you need to do is to pay just 30,000 naira, get the application, get your server. If you are paying for the self done for you services, that means you are paying 55,000 naira, and then you get your website done and dusted. We're able to, you start selling immediately. Imagine getting the service at a very cheaper price. So what else are you waiting for? Get started right now. This video is like both an entry and advanced training. I cover a lot of things on this video, and my own game or our own aim is for me to expose you to the technical aspect of setting up a VTU website in Nigeria, and also to be able to be assured that the solution we're offering you is working. So go on to Data VS and order for your done for you system or the script package and get started and make that money. Okay, this business is a business that says itself. So stop doubting and then stop taking action. My name is Shedrach, a full stack web developer, and then I'm signing out on this training and telling you to get started. Take action on this video. I'm going to see you on your website and your testimony. Bye for now.